Yeah, long-term effects of sex therapy. Folks, let's go back to the phone and talk to Karen from California. Karen, thanks for calling Real Personal. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, I just wanted to share my personal experience in sharing with my husband that I had actually masturbated before and how shocked his reaction was. It wasn't very positive at all.
Really?
Really.
And did you do it again? Did you ever do it with each other or anything?
Well, not at all.
Not at all.
Actually, I blurted it out in anger.
Yeah.
One time I told him that this is something that I and I've done before, and I'd enjoyed it. And he said, I can't believe, Karen, that you've done this. This is
Janet,
shocking.
what would you say to this guy?
Well, I would understand where he's coming from, because he would feel that he had to be in charge of her orgasm, in charge of her feeling good, and how dare her step out of bounds.
Do you think he, or maybe even the former you, feels threatened by a woman masturbating, as if somehow or another you're not necessary?
Yes, because you're not in control. And I don't think, the seminar I went through with Dr. O'Connor, and we went through, really took that away from me, that myself
You
having
didn't have to control
I didn't
sex.
have to be in control all of the time.
And in fact, Jan, you found out that you masturbating turns him on.
Yes, that was a shock. That was a surprise.
Really?
Because I was thinking exactly as you were speaking that it would be a threat. And I wouldn't want to normally. I mean, I've always been in such a subservient role that way that I would not want to threaten the man with even trying something like that. And so when I did it, there was some fear, you know, that I would have an angry response.
I also am concerned about this young lady, because what happens a lot is that you get no the first time and then you never push or ask again.
Right.
I mean, obviously he needs to grow a little bit, and he needs some help.
Maybe I'm out of line here, but what about not asking anymore and just doing it?
Yes, or giving him a book, having him look at videos, you know, let him grow.
Yeah.
It takes time for us to overcome our inhibitions.
Sandy from Florida. Sandy, thanks for calling Real Personal. Hi.
Hi, Bob. I just wanted to tell you I really love your show, and
Thank you.
it's actually helped me a lot in my sexuality.
How so, Sandy?
It's helped me open myself up more. I have found that with my partner and I, and actually he and I have been together longer than I even discovered your show, but from our first night together, we found that we were so perfectly matched together that finding ways to explore and experiment was so much fun that we just always find total pleasure in each other.
So you're self-medicating each other, right?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Sex therapy is not just for couples who have problems. Sex therapy is for couples who want to go to another level.
Yeah, enhance what they've already got.
Have more fun. I do a lot of therapy for couples who just want to have more pleasure, who don't have problems. And they all come out saying we have grown. And that's what I get the feedback from my video, too. I have a wonderful couple who keeps calling me who are in their 80s, who are working on this video, and they're working their way through the how-to steps, step by step.
And spontaneity comes back.
Yes,
Never too
and they
late.
said, you know, is it too late for us? No, it isn't.
Of course not. Janet from Florida. Hi, Janet.
Yes, hi, Bob. How are you?
I'm fine, Janet.
I really enjoy your show. My comment is about the self-help books that you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I ordered 4 different self-help books. They had to deal with massages and ways to help your husband in bed and things like that.
How'd they work out for you?
They've been working very well. I've been married for about 8 months now, and my husband, you know, we've had problems with him being at different times at work and me being the same way, and our paths just never crossed when it came, you know, down to sex. But now he's into it more, and so am I, and it's helped us out.
So you keep reminding yourself about what you read in the book? Is that what you're saying to me?
Yeah, it really does help, because I keep that mental picture of it, and then it helps me when I'm with him.
Thanks, Janet. I appreciate that. How do you guys keep, I mean, it's been a year now since you had the week of therapy. How do you keep reminding yourself of what to do?
Well, first of all, for weeks and weeks after the therapy, we continued with the exercises. And and somewhere along the line, we finally lost count of whose turn it was to initiate.
Yeah.
And so the spontaneity took over there. And by then we were a lot more relaxed with each other.
Do you ever find yourself backsliding a little bit?
A little bit. Pressures at work, things like that can come in.
But Jim, you can always go back to the beginning.
Well, we're going to Florida in a couple of weeks, and I'm taking the video with me because I can get right back into it, and George is already committed to it.
Julie from Georgia. Hi, Julie.
Yes.
Go ahead, Julie.
Well, I just wanted to talk about my personal experience with psychotherapy, and I addressed a lot of sexual issues. I was raised in a strict Catholic background where, you know, you were told not to masturbate, and, you know, I've experienced that. But my lover and I've really had a breakthrough with talking to him during sex, you know, and saying things, sexual things, and that's really helped me to break, you know, through a lot of the boundaries that I was taught as a child.
About 30 seconds left, Dagmar. That also can be a, thank you for sharing that with us, that can also be a way to reduce the inhibition. It's just talking while you're having sex.
Absolutely.
Erotic talk, which is what we're going to talk about tomorrow.
Absolutely, and it's another important way to communicate. But I also want to say that sometimes when you show a couple something that's too explicit, they start feeling inadequate.
Okay, on that note,
and it's important to get to the feelings.
We'll have to break off right there. Dagmar O'Connor, the book is called How to Make Love to the Same Person for the Rest of Your Life and Still Love It. Jen and George, I hope you'll come back again and continued success.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's Real Personal for tonight. Tomorrow, erotic talk. Please stay tuned for the KNBC special wrapping up events in the O.J. Simpson case. Thanks for watching. I'm Bob Berkowitz. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.